Hey guys, how are y'all doing today? It's your friend Matt here again, and welcome back to another Borderlands 2 video. Today we are covering the second Pearlescent weapon in my Pearlescent Breakdown series, and today we're covering the Pearlescent revolver known as the Unforgiven. At first I didn't really like the Unforgiven, but if you manage to use it in the right kind of way, you can make this a very, very powerful weapon. I got 3 Unforgivens while farming loot midgets in the Wildlife Exploitation Preserve, and I gotta say the best one, of course, is the one I'm using right now, which is the 2 for Unforgiven. If you guys don't know, the 2 for prefix is a prefix for Jacob's revolvers, which allows you to shoot 2 projectiles instead of just 1 with each pull of the trigger, except you'll be consuming more ammo than before. Of course, with that prefix, it definitely makes this weapon considerably more powerful than it would be without it. Of course, you're doing twice as much damage, and it's definitely a big thing. Of course, I was lucky enough to have farmed this from the Wildlife Exploitation Preserve. Of course, the one you have might not have the 2 for prefix, so keep in mind that this one is extremely powerful. This is one of the most powerful Unforgivens that you can get. The most important thing about the Unforgiven, the main special attribute that makes this weapon what it is that it has a hidden attribute that allows you to have 500% critical hit damage bonus. So this is easily one of the most powerful weapons in Borderlands 2, however that definitely comes with a price. If you look at the footage right now, you'll see the accuracy recovery rate of this weapon. Just pay attention to the crosshairs, pay attention to the sway of the weapon. Look how long it takes for you to recover your accuracy. So once you're firing, if you're just spamming the trigger, of course, which you can't do really well with this weapon because the fire rate is only at around 2 or so. This isn't like other Jacob's revolvers where you can just spam and you can have an unlimited amount of fire rate. Of course, you're going to be firing pretty slowly, but still, with that accuracy recovery rate, it's going to be a huge downfall to the weapon. Another big downfall to the Unforgiven is definitely the sway of the weapon. It just moves all over your screen. It's definitely hard to hit targets. It's different than other revolvers. Other revolvers are more accurate than the Unforgiven, but as you can see right here, as I'm trying to shoot these 2 guys down here, it's very difficult to hit them because the weapon sway is just so much and I can't aim for their heads, and that's the whole point of using this weapon. You need to get the headshots. With this weapon, all that really matters is your accuracy. If you're one of those dude who's just not good with what you use, whether it's the controller, the mouse, or the keyboard, if you just can't hit headshots, then do not use this weapon, because if you can't hit those headshots, this weapon is pretty much useless, because against these kind of enemies, these ultimate Vault Hunter enemies, they're so powerful. If you're shooting just them in the body, even though this does do still an insane amount of damage, it just won't be enough in order to kill the enemies quickly because of the slow fire rate. So what you really need to do is just make sure that you can hit headshots. If you can't do that, then just don't use this weapon. It's not good for you. So pay attention right here. I phase lock this dude, he gets slagged, and then I shoot him in the head, and look how much damage I did. I did over 6 million damage. That's the kind of thing that you can do with this weapon if you manage to use it right. Now, as for what classes that I would recommend using for this weapon, a lot of people think that just because it's a pistol, you should use the Gunzerker, but no, it's really not good for the Gunzerker. It's all about accuracy with this weapon. Of course, if you have like other pistols, like machine pistols or stuff like that, that's good for the Gunzerker, but revolvers, and especially this one that shoots so slow, it's really not good for the Gunzerker at all. What you want to do is use a character that will allow you to be more accurate with this weapon. So for instance, the Siren is one of the 2 characters that I would recommend using for this weapon, because you can phase lock the enemy. Once you have him phase locked, you just shoot him in the head and you can inflict an insane amount of damage, just like that dude before where I hit over 6 million damage. That is insane. So Siren is one of the characters that I would recommend using for this. The other character that I would recommend using for this weapon is definitely Zero, because when you use Zero's deception skill, you can sneak up behind enemies, and of course the damage multiplier once you let deception go on for long enough is crazy, and you can do millions of damage with just putting 1 bullet into a guy's head while you're in deception. So that's really all I gotta say about this pistol. I want to thank you guys for watching the video, and I will be seeing you all next time. Goodbye.